What's up everyone, this is Yasser Alid, and in today's video I'll be talking about a team that I wanted a long time ago. I mean, it's not a new team, but it's a new third Pokemon. You guys know that Nidoqueen is one of the best Pokemons in the Halloween Cup, and Mandibuzz just make it the perfect call with it. And what's better than one Mandibuzz in one team? I mean, two Mandibuzzes. Oh, technically you can't do that, but you know what you can? You can on a level 50 Vullaby if you have a good one. As long as you have a best buddy Vullaby that is 15, 14, 14, you should get the same wins as level 51 Hundo. So the team is basically Nido Double Dark. Yeah, there is not that much creativity in this team, but it is Vullaby, level 51. Something I wanted a long time ago, and I didn't have a good lucky one. I didn't have a Hundo yet, but it's still workable. Like Vullaby is better than Mandibuzz when it comes to nuking stuff. Like, let's say Mandibuzz have the bulk of an Umbreon. Vullaby is technically as bulky as Meganium. And Vullaby has a better closing matchups than Mandibuzz because you have a Brave Bird, but Mandibuzz doesn't get to close with nukes because it lives enough to kill with another charge move. So, you know what? Let's go and watch the battles. So here's our first opponent. Nidoqueen into Umbreon. Yeah, Nidoqueen wins the one as long as they don't have Psychic. It's kind of a feint attack Umbreon. Like, I didn't play the game. I haven't played the game the last 10 days, and I believe people, I don't know, people get high MMR. I'm still where I was 10 days ago. Okay, they swapped into Houndoom. Yeah, this is a spicy Pokemon. It beats the bugs, the poisons, and it has a favorable matchup versus the dark as long as you shield, but I am sure you need the shadow one because the fire thing damage, look at this, I can live the flamethrower here and still get to another move which they will be forced to shield. So by now I should be able to either grab both shields or feint at the same time. I think there was a kind of a lag because we're supposed to feint at the same time, but yeah, I don't get that much to be honest. So now they have Jellicent in the back. At this point, I can chip this Jellicent a lot, which was just going straight nuke. I don't need to risk it with baiting because baiting technically could be a lose con. So the second Earth Power hit comes. They snuck in a bubble, and all I need now is to shield once. I hope that they throw. I don't like that they are farming me a lot. So let's see. Shadow Ball, no shield. I can just farm down. They have Umbreon now. It's Feint Attack Umbreon. Feint Attack Umbreon does better versus non-dark Pokemons because technically it does more damage, but not versus the dark because you generate less energy, so you can throw the neutral move versus the dark Pokemons, which is the last resort. But I believe opponent is having either the wrong Umbreon or the wrong Umbreon. There is no other explanation. This Umbreon's powered up all the way. Okay, here comes the Jellicent, and you know what? I'm not gonna shield. I'm just gonna go for the Brave Bird. There is no way that my opponent wins. And this is how we close the game with a Brave Bird. Without the Brave Bird, I wouldn't be able to close this matchup. You might say that, yo, we actually it was 1 HP. No, it wasn't 1 HP. It was full HP, and I had to nuke. Okay, here comes the first win. Moving to the next game. Yeah, Nido Double Dark is a very creative team, chat. It's a very creative team, and you might need lots of skill to play this team. Go of you. Okay, Nidoqueen into Absol. Yo, opponent is wild in. I know that this thing has Mega Horn. I know it has Dark Pulse. It has high attack. I am Shadow. I'm Frail, so I need to shield whatever they throw. So I shielded. Okay, it was, I think, a Hatch Ivy. I think they are running Absol Double Charm, I assume. That's why they didn't swap. And that's why they bring in the other Charmer. Okay, now it's Nidoking. So now I need to grab both shields. How? I'm just gonna go straight bait. If they no shield, that's fine. If they shield, that's also fine. That's even better. Feeling my body. Okay. He's not shielding. He knows that whenever he shield, he's just screwed. So let's see. No shield again. Yeah. I know that this thing has Sand Tomb and Sludge, and it was the Sludge. Double resisted move, and yet I still shielded for some reason because I don't want to get debuffed or because I wanted to win the game with one Pokemon. It has, you know, some kind of satisfaction. Now I have to close the game with Vullaby. You know, we spent lots of dust pouring up this Vullaby, so now we have to win with Vullaby. Okay, not something it's something we have to. When you spend so much dust on a Pokemon, guys, you have to use it. Okay, that was an Ice Beam. Vullaby took that Ice Beam like a champ. And GG. Moving into the next game. Nido into Scyther. I believe people were running Scyther to counter the dark stuff. Or it's crafty. And they have safe swap. I think Mightyena. Mightyena is kind of a spicy code breaker to the dark flyers. Or to the dark in general, because you're doing a neutral, annoying looking. What the heck is this animation? Maybe they need to fix this animation. How about that, Niantic? Like, this is so annoying to play. Look at this. Yeah, Ice Fang has kind of one of the worst animation in the game. Okay, so we won the 0. Now they revealed the Crustle. Now with save, because they revealed the Crustle, I can just double shield. Now I win this game. Because technically I resist everything from them, but I don't want to get low on Nidoqueen. So I kind of need to shield even if it's a bait. Because I don't want to get low. Let's see. 4, 5. Okay, this is a bad timing, but it's good timing because the last move won't register since this will KO. Now Scyther comes in. I think Scyther has X-Scissor. Has Iron Head, maybe. It's Legacy as well. No, it has Steel Wing. Steel Wing is a Legacy move. Yeah, and we close the game with Vullaby. You know why? Just because we spent lots of dust on this Pokemon. Okay, no, never mind. I'm throwing Foul Play. Yeah, that was a faster change in plans. What the heck? Okay, moving to the next battle. We have in Nidoqueen, we have a lag first. Okay, Nidoqueen versus Jellicent. This is not a bad matchup if you have a Jellicent. Okay, we baited out the Galv with the with the Mandibuzz. So here, this kind of a risky. I need to deny. And if I don't deny, I die before I get to the next one. So I went for the deny. I didn't deny. So now I'm gonna die with a move. Yep, they shielded. So look at this. This is gonna put me in 1 volt switch range. Yep. Okay, now I'm just gonna go for the full farm down. Okay, the first launch comes in, it doesn't do anything, and Nido just walls everything about Galv. Now I'm just gonna swap out, and they have... Okay, swap, please. Okay, they didn't swap. I'm just gonna call the Bubble Beam here. There's no reason to shield. Because I win even if they Ice Beamed, so... You know? Another Bubble Beam. Yo, you love when the opponent goes straight Bubble Beam when they know that they can't win. Let's see. Yo, the Foul Play did nothing. There is kind of a pause every time I'm throwing a charge move. My opponent is getting a free turn for no reason. Okay, now here comes the Mandibuzz. So all I need now is to throw this. 2 things. And then the Vullaby should be able to close the game. Okay, we denied here at the second one. There was no reason for me to go for the deny, but I didn't want to shield. So I was just trying to get rid of the second one. 3, okay. Yeah, you can see here that my third move was in the middle of that second Air Slash, which is supposed to be at the end. So one of us was pausing. So now I have to call a bait. So I'm just gonna shield. There's nothing to call. Yes, I did both out 45 energy moves. Okay. Oh, yeah, now I can kill in 4, which means they will faint with the move. Moving into the next game. Sorry. Golbat into Nidoqueen. This is kind of a... When Nidoqueen wins the 2, Golbat wins the 0. And I don't want to play it because I want to bait out something. Like if they have a Charmer in the back, I want to bait it out. So, They have Sludge Wave. This is kind of tough now, but Mandibuzz can tank everything. So I am at 2. He's also at 2. Which means he's 2 away from the poison thing. So I'm just gonna insta-throw this. And I don't care whether he shield or no. At this point, I can just let the Mandibuzz go. Mandibuzz get us shield advantage. That's more than enough. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna shield. An opponent Shadow Ball. What a wild opponent. I mean, I see why he shielded. It makes sense because I can still get to the next move and win the swap with shield advantage. And here comes the Charmer. The opponent was like, you're trying to bait out my Charmer, so I'm not gonna swap out and bring my Charmer because that's what you want. Oh, also, I'm gonna lose because I didn't bring in the Charmer as soon as possible and save the Golbat. Okay, Nidoqueen should finish the matchup. They had double fairy, maybe that's why. They thought there is no win con, because if they swap out, I mean, they had to sack it, but it doesn't matter at this point because Nidoqueen can literally sweep everything in their back team. One point to mention here, in most games, like the close games, I found out that if I have a Quillfish, okay, this is a 4-5-0 set. I found out that if I have a Quillfish, the double dark would perform slightly better. Mandibuzz beats Scyther even down a shield. So let's see if they have an Iron Head or just X-Scissor. It's just X-Scissor. I went with a 19 win streak so far on this team. I only lost one game, which was the first game, I think. And then now I'm on 19 win streak. Bite Golbat comes in here. I think opponent is using the wrong Golbat, I assume, because it's the first day, people haven't set up their teams yet. There is no reason to shield, but yeah, because I can still get this move off. It was Air Cutter as well. Bro, who runs that move? That move is so bad. Don't run it. Unless it's just, you just like, you know, it's an interlude season where like elo doesn't matter, so you're trying to have some fun. And I get this lag here. What the heck is this lag? I can't swap out. I have to stay in because I don't want to swap out. One Earthfall is going to KO because they don't have a shield. And here comes the Ariados. Lucky us, we have a Nidoqueen which walls everything about Ariados. I'm now shielding the first one, Earth Powering, and then swapping out. They get the poison sting boost. This thing has, I have nightmares from this thing in Halloween in Love Cup. But you know what? We have Nidoqueen here, Mr. Ariados. We don't care about your Ariados here. Unlike Halloween, where Ariados had literally 0 counters. Slowking, another Love Cup Pokemon. We have 2 answers for this. There is no reason to stay in since we're playing ABB. They brought in the first Charmer. I assume they have 2 of this. So we just go Aerial Ace. They don't need to shield, but they shielded. I assume I win the 0 because I had energy lead. So let's see. They don't need to shield this one because they already shielded 1. Yep. And you can see that yes, I win the 0 with that energy lead. So now I'm just gonna go and jab this thing all the way down. If they bring in the confusion user, I'm gonna throw the poison thing to stall the clock so I can swap after and transfer the confusion to Vullaby, which take almost no damage. This thing, I know that this thing has Shadow Ball. I don't know the second move, so I'm just gonna shield because I've never seen this Pokemon. So we know that it has a Future Sight. They have Umbreon. It's Snarl Umbreon. I have to throw, so I'm just gonna throw the Brave Bird here. I don't like throwing a resisted move because he's not gonna shield. That Brave Bird, I think, did one of the biggest damage as a Dark Pokemon versus a Dark Pokemon versus Umbreon. And turns out they have Dark Pulse. I should be baiting here because technically this is their last Pokemon. Since the last Pokemon is useless, so they should be shielding this one. I'm just gonna swap out to clear the debuff. I don't need to shield even though I have no shields, but this is fine. Dark Pulse, here comes. Dark Pulse performs slightly better in the 0 and the 1, but much worse in the 2. But technically Umbreon doesn't play the 2, so it makes sense sometimes to play the Dark Pulse version of Umbreon. We can close the game with Nidoqueen. There is no reason to kill the Psychic with Dark when you can kill it with the Poison, right? And that's what happened. Moving into the next game. Nidoqueen into Wiggles. This is an easy clap matchup where you don't care about anything. You just jab all the way down. Don't throw, because if you throw, that means, okay, I do bait here most of the time because they have to shield this because they cannot risk it. And then I swap out. So I counted 5 plus 2, so technically this is not a flamethrower. Opponent is trying to fish for the debuff, which makes sense sometimes because to beat Mandibuzz you have to debuff it since they are chipped and they are debuffed. So, you know, I mean, a flamethrower would have been better, but now both plays are fine, I assume. Yeah, one is resisted but stab, the other one is non-stab. Crunch is a much better move than flamethrower. You throw flamethrower when it's super effective, I assume, and it's the last move you're throwing. But you can get to 2. Sometimes when you throw one big move, you don't get to the next one. But sometimes when you throw the resisted, you can get to 1. So it makes sense sometimes to throw the cheap move because you can get 2 if the cheap move is good and have stab. Fortress with Bug Bite. I'm just going to swap to Vullaby, and I snuck in an Air Slash, which is going to give me kind slightly an advantage. They have Heavy Slam, bro. This thing, what does this thing learn? So we learned that it could have Heavy Slam today. So, okay, let's see the Brave Bird here. How much is it gonna KO? Hopefully it does KO. I've never played Vullaby before. I literally evolved this one yesterday, and we take a wrong screenshot after the Pokemon fainted. Nidoqueen into Misdreavus. Yeah, someone knows how to have fun. Interlude season, you know. Misdreavus is a very thick Pokemon. It's one of the bulkiest, I think, in this cup. So it has Hex, Dark Pulse, and I think Shadow Sneak. They swapped into Tentacruel. This Tentacruel is running Acid, I assume. This is not Poison Jab animation. Let's look. Let's take a closer look. Yes, it's Acid, because you can see the Acid is like all over the place. That's not Poison Jab animation. They have Acid Spray, so I'm not gonna shield this. And at this point, I should win this unless they want to go down 2 shields. Okay, Tentacruel is kinda bulky, above average bulk. I can get to the next one before they get to the next spray, and then I'm gonna swap out if they shield. They didn't shield. Now we have that's Ghost. I'm sure the Dark Pulse KOs here because I am double debuffed, which it does. But you know what? I have a second Dark. How about that, trainer? Okay, they brought in the Ariados, so we snuck in an Air Slash. That's big. This is a Lunge. It doesn't do that much. That's some big. I can tank another one as a Dark Pokemon who can tank 2 lunges. That's already a lot. I like it. I like Vullaby so far. It has decent bulk, not the bulkiest, but it has a great bulk, to be honest. Just having like a dark Pokemon would, I think it's the only dark Pokemon that have a decent nuke move. You might argue that Drapion has a Sludge, but Brave Bird is much better than Sludge Wave. Yeah, look at this thing. Hex, Dark Pulse, spammy, and annoying. So we decided to kill it with the Ghost, and that's how we end the game. GG my opponent, and moving into the next one. What do we have here? I think this is the last battle. We have Lag first. We have Metal Claw Durant. Yo, someone hates the Charmander a lot and doesn't have an Nidoqueen. So they went to PvP poke, like, okay, what should we do? I need a steel Pokemon. It was like, okay, there is Fortress, there is Durant, there is Escab. No, Escab is bad. We need something bulkier. We need something with a steel fast move. Okay, Durant has Metal Claw. Metal Claw is a bad move. It was like, okay, I don't care as long as I can beat the Charmers. I am done with those Charmers and Ice Pokemon, so I will be running a Durant with Metal Claw and Iron Head, not just Excessive Stone Edge. No, they need the Iron Head. Now they brought in the Razor Leaf Venusaur, so they hate so far. They hate the Charmers and they hate Azu so much. I assume this is the wrong Venusaur. Okay, there is no reason. There is no way someone in 2022 has a Razor Leaf Great League Venusaur. So it's either the wrong one or I don't know. I don't know what to say. So I went for the foul play here. I was counting. I think I'm no shielding this unless I am going for the catch. I can shield now. You know why? Because I have a move. But I don't want to because I want to close the game with Vullaby. We spent so much dust chat again on this thing. So we have to use it. And that was the last battle, I think. And I won it. Okay, maybe I did something wrong in the editing. And that's the end of the battles. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you have any question about this team, make sure to leave it in the comment section below and I'll be glad to help. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Peace.